Hi guys, I'm going to be reviewing a video by Jesse James West. It's called The Dark Side of Body Dysmorphia.
Have you ever looked in the mirror and been unhappy with what you see?
Obviously, it's a stupid question to ask, because if you go to the gym, especially if you use drugs, then you're trying to change your body in a significant way. As Mario Reyes said, you have to be mentally ill then. What else can it be?
Every day, decide to pursue bodybuilding.
Body dysmorphia.
Body dysmorphia.
It's real.
Fat gas in it.
Body.
Body dysmorphia is a
mental health condition where a person spends a lot of time worrying about flaws in their appearance. These flaws are often unnoticeable to others. Right, and usually when people talk about this, they talk about muscle building, so to speak, as in maintaining, going to the gym, bigorexia, although it can be applied to just about any parts of your body.
mental health condition where a person spends a lot of time obsessing over flaws in their appearance, but these flaws are often unnoticeable to others. I'll uncover the reality of body.
It's not as if people who go to the gym have a flaw such as not having enough muscle, which they are trying to maintain by going to the gym 3-4 times a week or by taking steroids. They have a different problem. Usually it's an unattractive face, and sometimes they are below average in height, which is why they develop body dysmorphia. Nobody's going to talk about this in the video, I'm sure, but this is why you almost never see handsome and tall guys in the gym. Sure, it happens that they get brainwashed to do it. They are doing it for a different reason, but almost everybody else in the gym is trying to simply cope with their face. That's really the main reason.
Dysmorphia, how we can combat this issue, and also how I myself have fallen victim to body dysmorphia for my entire life. And the one place I knew where to start was Venice Beach, Los Angeles, the place where everyone cares about their looks a little too much. The first thing
Jesse James West is just an average looking guy, but he wanted to look better, which he thought he could achieve by going to the gym, which of course doesn't work. That's just how body dysmorphia works.
to gauge was how many people here actually have body dysmorphia. I am here with
Vincent,
Doug,
Liam, Ewan.
I'm just gonna call him Mr. Bodybuilder. Do you have body dysmorphia?
I do.
For sure.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably everyone like in the gym has.
It's pretty common, yeah, but 99% of the bodybuilders have it.
Don't even know what it is.
You ever look in the mirror?
All the time.
Are you happy with what you see?
All the time. Why would you look in the mirror all the time? Mirrors were the worst human invention ever. Is there anything worse than that? Humans should never see themselves in nature, and now when you go to a gym, there's mirrors all around you, which make you look even better than the mirrors at home. Supposedly that's what they say, which is why you want to go back to the gym and look at yourself more and more, at the gym specifically. Then you have a pump also, and you look bigger, especially when you're short. It's because you want to be bigger so badly. In nature, most people would never see themselves in their whole lifetime, and some people would once or twice see themselves in the reflection of water. That's it. And it would be a vague image of themselves. You would not see any details. Whereas now, we have very clear mirrors showing every detail. Hey, that in itself has to make you somewhat mentally ill.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, dude, how old are you?
I turned 72 this last Monday.
Can we get a flex really quick? Come on, give me something. Give me. Oh, dude.
No.
No.
No. 1,000%. I do.
Yeah, I actually did. When I was actually sent to the hospital for anorexia, and it's 100% a real thing. And I think that it affects too many people at a young age.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
17. If you don't mind me asking, when did all that happen?
2 years ago.
Yeah, he's also in LA. The people there are possibly the most brainwashed people on this earth. It's possible.
And is it still a battle for you?
Sometimes it can be. I guess a way to put it is kind of like if someone's in the driver's seat or like backseat driving, that's sometimes how it'll feel. Like someone's telling you like, yo, you shouldn't do that.
Out of the dozens of people that I've asked, about 90% of them said that they have body dysmorphia. But this raises the question, why? Okay, what do you think has caused your body dysmorphia?
Started lifting. The more progress you get, the more body dysmorphia you get.
You think so?
Yeah, I think.
I mean, to be honest, seeing social media, you know, it's not the greatest. I mean, I think that's the obvious though. A lot of the times, man, it's just seeing, you know, people like you.
No!
Not in a bad way.
Okay, good.
It should be a motivational thing, honestly. I feel like this day and age, you can't detach yourself from social media, so you're always going to see it, and it's just what you choose to let influence you.
If social media seems to be the leading cause of body dysmorphia, then I wanted to ask these gym bros, what do they think about the most popular fitness influencers' physiques? Speaking of social media, I want to show you guys social media stars. I want you to tell me what you think about their body.
The leading cause are mirrors, a bad diet because you become biochemically sick, and of course also look worse, and of course also because of the genes that you have from your ancestors from the last generations who also ate bad. Your face also looks worse now, and because you get bad food as a child, your face looks even worse. It's gonna get super bad in the next decades. And of course, this is why you end up watching some stupid videos by this guy, Jesse James West, who will try to tell you that by working out you will become more attractive, which isn't true whatsoever.
Body? Okay, what do you think of Larry Wheels' physique?
I think that's amazing.
What's amazing about it? It just looks like he has tumors popping out of his arms. He doesn't look like a natural man, or like a man at all.
I mean, iconic.
What do you think of Lean Beef Patty's physique?
Yeah.
This is a 10. That's a 10.
A 10. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. I don't want to offend her in any way, but realistically, if we want to rate her, seeing as he's rating her a 10, she's a 3 out of 10 at most, at the very most. She just doesn't have an attractive face. That's it. I mean, what can I say? You tell me. I don't want to promote rating, but if he says that she's a 10, let me know what you think, because there's no way that she's going to become more attractive by looking more like a guy, working out and losing body fat, which is super important for women especially. The leaner you are as a woman, the worse you will look. It's just, this is just nuts.
Like, what? I'm gonna go hit triceps actually. Nah, she got it.
She motivated you?
Yeah, you're doing your.
What do you think about Alex Eubank's physique?
You gotta come clean about the PEDs.
Are you calling Alex Eubank out right now?
They actually believe that Alex Eubank takes performance-enhancing drugs. It's possible. There's a lot of people who have lied in the past about it, but I don't really believe that, at least it for sure doesn't have to be like that. Who knows? This guy shouldn't be working out at all. He doesn't even have an unattractive face. I made a review of one of his videos in the past. He just got brainwashed into it.
What about you?
Yeah.
So seeing these bodybuilders, how does it make you feel about your body?
I mean, honestly, I'm young. I feel good. You know, I like where I'm at myself. So strive to get greater and just, you know, keep going to the gym, keep putting in that work, and eventually you'll get to that point as well.
So would you say that seeing these celebrities and all these influencers' physiques would motivate you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, look, because that just looks like time and effort. I mean, like 6 to 10 years of time, but yeah, it looks like he's just.
Yeah, but 6 to 10 years of time is gonna make you achieve what exactly? All that you do at the end of the day when you go to the gym is try to maintain an unnatural physique. This is why you can't gain muscle. You can only maintain muscle. If you could gain muscle, then you could work out for whatever, 5 years, and then you would keep the muscle, right? Because you gained it, but you don't gain it. You need to keep going to the gym to maintain it. All that you can do is pump up the muscles, which really just means that you destroy them and your body tries to adapt to this extremely stressful so-called lifestyle, torture. And then you keep going to the gym to maintain it. You keep raising your cortisol, becoming older, creating more wrinkles. Your health gets worse. Obviously, mentally also, it all gets worse. There's just nothing good that you get out of it.
Building that.
It does motivate me, especially the natty bodybuilders, because the natty bodybuilders, there's a lot.
Yeah, again, why does this guy work out? Look at him, think about it. Why would somebody like him think that he should go to the gym? It's just clear. Just look at him.
A lot of people that look great out there that are natural, and I want to continue to strive to be like those guys.
Besides calling out some of the industry's biggest fake natties, Truebank. Kidding, I'm kidding, guys. Or am I? I think it's time to talk to the people who are supposedly causing this issue, the influencers themselves, and see what they think about their bodies. I am here with Eric Janicki.
Jenna Gary. Leave me, Patty.
Joey Swole.
Joey Swole. Joey Small? Depends on how you're feeling. So let me ask you this. Have you ever dealt with body dysmorphia yourself?
Absolutely.
Why would you have to ask him that? You just have to look at him. It's a mental illness standing in front of you.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I feel like everyone has.
1000%, man.
Yes, all the time, every day in, day out.
Do you ever look in the mirror and feel unhappy or dissatisfied with how you look?
Less so now than I used to.
Yes, sometimes I'll look in the mirror and be like, whoa, I don't know who that person is, and they're deformed.
It's purely hate, just no love, just all hate. And yeah, I think that like when I get to a certain point, just like anybody else, you start looking at yourself like, oh, it's not enough. And that's me 100% of the time.
Do you think being on social media as an influencer gives you pressure to have to improve your physique or look a certain way?
She's the most attractive one out of all. The more you work out as a woman, the more attractive you become.
Yeah, but I like that pressure. Personally, me. I like the pressure of knowing that people are watching. Motivating others is what motivates me.
What you see every day is not necessarily the progress, the advancement in your physique that other people see that don't see you every single day. So I think it's tough.
These responses made me wonder that if social media is the problem in the eyes of the audience, then what's the problem in the eyes of the influencers? What do you think is causing the body dysmorphia for you?
I definitely think it's just like a gym thing in general.
I think part of it is like looking at it.
Yes, gyms appeared 20 years ago, essentially. Sure, there were gyms before that, but hardly anybody ever used to go to them. In the 90s, nobody really. It really started after the year 2000. I had never heard of anybody who goes to the gym before that, except for obviously some freaks such as Arnold Schwarzenegger and who knows what.
Others, right? And just not being content with your own body.
Looking at all these other girls online, like, damn, I need to look like that. It's not reality, you know? Like, you don't have to have big lips, big boobs, big butt. Like, and then I'm like, oh, but I need to do more cardio because my waist isn't thin enough. Like,
yeah, but if that's what you want, then you shouldn't be doing cardio. You shouldn't be stressing yourself because you're going to become even flatter everywhere.
Oh, when you're like big and you want to be shredded, and then you're shredded and you wish you were bigger again, you're never gonna be happy, right? You're just like this constant cycle of just like dissatisfaction with where you are like currently. So I would just say,
well, it's because you have a dissatisfaction with the way you look like in general. None of this is ever gonna help you. How could it possibly? It's just impossible.
Being so fearful of getting fat. I thought that if I ate one cookie or I did anything off diet, I was going to immediately just get fat. And it's so ridiculous to think that way, but that's the way my mind worked. I 100% had...
That's a mental illness.
And I decided to pursue bodybuilding, and I didn't realize how toxic it can be for your mindset because you're hyper-focusing on all of your flaws.
100%.
And it was taking a toll on the people around me now because I'm like a Debbie Downer. I'm like, oh my.
Yes, but these so-called flaws, when it comes to your muscles, are only in your head. They are not real, so to speak, in the sense that nobody is naturally supposed to look like that. Nobody cares about that in nature. It's a modern phenomenon.
Calves are small, my tricep and surgeries aren't great, they're not rounded up. I'm not going to be a good competitor for a bodybuilder. Without sacrificing my health and ultimately my marriage, right? I have a happy marriage, but when I'm taking things like trend, it turns me into like a paranoid, anxious person that's not who I am, and it's a drain in my relationship.
You're always tired, you're always in a bad mood. Because
Yep, always tired. It's very typical because you use up all of your energy in the gym. But there's still a lot of people out there who will say that going to the gym gives me more energy, which is biochemically impossible. You can only use up your energy in the gym. And you know that you sleep way longer than before when you didn't go to the gym. You know that. But these people need to lie to themselves and other people to convince probably themselves, not other people, that the gym is good for them. Because if they would have to admit that everything gets worse when they go to the gym, then how could they keep going? They are just lying to themselves.
You were literally like starving, basically.
But now we enjoy our Chick-fil-A dates, our real Pepsis. Would you say bodybuilding's toxic?
I think it's toxic, yeah. Like,
What does he mean? Some kind of zero Pepsi with artificial sweeteners? The sugar is, of course, also artificial, technically. And then they drink real Pepsi. It's all fake. Drink blood, drink raw milk, drink coconut water.
I put myself through that again. One time, like the bucket list, yes, I'm glad I did it. I got to experience what that's like. Fully committing, you know what that's like now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you don't regret the experience.
No, not at all.
It was certainly worth the experience, but I don't ever want to do it again.
I low-key feel the same, bro. I'm not kidding. I'm like, I don't know if I have it in me to do it again.
It's time to get to the bottom of this. How do we prevent body dysmorphia? But first, I need to figure out the relationship between competitive bodybuilding and body dysmorphia. In order to find out, I'll be interviewing two experts. Meet Dr. Mike Israetel, a doctor and expert.
Yeah, totally. Great choice.
Exercise scientist and a competitive bodybuilder.
Mr. Handsome.
This guy works out because he feels like he's too small. It's as simple as that.
Oof.
You don't like that?
It's just not true, but I do appreciate the compliment.
Okay. Do you have body dysmorphia?
Do I have elements of dealing with my body image in a certain way that's maybe a little bit unique and maybe not the average person? Definitely.
Like right now, I'm looking at myself on camera and I'm
He can't even say it out loud.
The day I began my fitness journey when I was 15 years old is the day that I decided I will never be happy with the way I look. Basically ever. Every single year I would gain muscle, but it was never enough. I always wanted more. And then I'd gain more muscle, and it was still not enough. It was a never-ending cycle, and it drove me insane for years.
So what can we do to fight these internal battles then? I developed a little nickname for this sort of thing. We call it time in the sun. That if you can really absorb your time in the sun, really have a lot of positive self-talk and affirmation about how much your body's changing and how great it is, how much you like it, at some point it's going to sink in until people are like, hey, like, do you hate your body even when it's out of shape? You're like, it's all right. I know I always get it back into shape, and I think I look cool. I think that's a thing a lot of people can pull off.
Wow. Soak in the sun. I love that. Life is about living, and it's about enjoying as much as you possibly can. If you want to go out and have a beer with your friends, and you're over 21, why should you not? You should not be worrying about your body and how you look, thinking that's going to make me look bad tomorrow. We shouldn't have those thoughts. We should be able to hit the gym, have fun, hit PRs, gain muscle, and still hit life PRs, friendship PRs, relationship PRs, and just live life to the absolute fullest.
Oh my god, this is such a super horrible conclusion. But of course he takes the advice from the exercise scientist or whatever he calls himself. You can only come to a wrong conclusion. How can you listen to that guy about anything at all?
That is my message to you. That is what I want to leave everybody with, and I believe that is my purpose, to show you guys that you can still be jacked and have fun at the gym, but go.
Well, no, you cannot have fun at the gym. There's never been one recorded case, no photo or video, of anybody having any kind of fun at the gym when exercising. It's impossible because you hate it. Exercise means exertion, stress, torture, suffering by definition. Exercise is suffering by the very definition of the word. Suffering cannot be fun. Would you say that anything that makes you suffer is fun? Can it ever be fun? You would say that it's the opposite of fun, right? Everybody would. It's just such a stupid thing to say.
Go out and have fun with your friends and not be worried about being less jacked tomorrow.
Stay relentless, baby.
Stay relentless.
Instead of saying that you should stop going to the gym altogether, he says that you should spend time with your friends and whatever, enjoy your life, but still go to the gym and just be happy with the amount of muscle that you're maintaining. Again, not gaining.
Stay positive.
Why am I even surprised? This guy is never going to snap out of it. He doesn't understand that mirrors themselves are the problem today, that we keep looking in the mirror, which was never possible over 200 years ago, and that social media, which he did mention, is of course also a huge problem, but at the end of the day, social media only gives you the goals which you're supposed to achieve. It gives you the idea of what you're supposed to do to deal with your body, which you're unhappy with. And you're unhappy with your body because of generations of bad food in the first place. That's where your genetics come from. And the genetics of most people are not that bad yet. It will get worse. If we would eat great food, raw meat, blood, and so on, as children, then most of us would look pretty good, and we wouldn't even think about this, even with having mirrors all around us. But because of these bad diets, we keep looking worse and worse, and then we look in the mirror. But instead of understanding that it's the face that we care about the most, and as you could see, all of them had unattractive faces, or average maybe at best, they watch some kind of videos on TikTok and YouTube and believe that they gotta go to the gym to fix this. And that's also because none of these websites ever talk about the face except for black pill content. They will always talk about anything else, and maybe it's easier for them to live in denial, as in they are weak, they cannot confront reality, which is why they would rather not think about ever confronting the truth, which is their face, which they shouldn't be seeing in the first place, of course. You would simply know the way people react to you in nature and then respond accordingly, which I'm not going to talk about on YouTube. It would be a lot different, obviously. The problem is really that they do not understand what to deal with, and they don't consciously realize what the real problem is. Subconsciously, of course, all of them know the real problem, that they can't deal with their face or their height. But when you're this weak and you're severely brainwashed, you grow up in slavery, then it's just easier for a weak human to deal with it by going to the gym and trying to maintain an unnatural physique instead of letting your body be the way it's naturally supposed to be. Understandably, if you eat a grain-based diet, vegetables and whatever, you're going to become overweight or at least have a lot of visceral fat and whatnot, which is going to make you look unattractive. It's going to make you feel bad. But again, if you would change your diet, that wouldn't be an issue. But then again, if you would change your diet, and if you would have eaten differently since you were a baby, then you wouldn't have probably most of the issues you have in your life anyway. Thanks for watching.